A home inspection may feel like a final exam, but it's not quite so clear-cut. Your inspector's report won't include a clear-cut A+ if a house is a keeper, or an F if it's a money pit. Hey everyone, it's your favorite local realtor, Adam Brunelle. What is included in a home inspection report is a set of neutral facts intended to help you decide on a home's final grade. Oh sure, a seasoned inspector will know if a home is a safe bet or if it's full of red flags. But they're actually bound by a set of rules that limit what they can tell you. Here's what they can't say. Number one, whether they would buy this house. Here's the big one. Many buyers think an inspector will give them a thumbs up or a thumbs down, but they can't. Giving real estate advice violates the International Association of Certified Home Inspectors Code of Ethics. Some clues to look for: count up your issues. The average inspection turns up around 20. If there are more than 30 items, you may have a bad house. If there are fewer than 10 items on the list, you may have a bad inspector. The bottom line is that every house and buyer are unique, and what inspection results one person is fine with, another may not be. Confer with your agent once you have the report. Number two, if it has termites, rats, or mold. Yikes, you might assume that this trio of home records would be part of every house inspection checklist, but your inspector isn't licensed to look at them. Some clues to look for: inspectors can note that those sagging floors are evidence of termites, or that the shredded insulation is evidence of rats, or even the black stuff on the walls is evidence of fungal growth. To turn evidence into proof, you're gonna need a specialist for a follow-up inspection. Number three, if the pool or septic system are in good working order. Home inspectors aren't certified to inspect everything that could appear in any home. So for example, if there's a pool, some may turn on the pool pump and heater to make sure that they work, but they won't look for cracks or plumbing leaks. You'll need to find a pool inspector for that. In some other cases, you may need a septic system or well expert and an asbestos or radon specialist, etc. The list goes on and on. Number four, that they're making the house look worse than it is. Some inspectors make note of every tiny thing in a house, even inconsequential things like chipped paint, scratched windows, surface mold in a shower. These folks are sometimes known as deal killers. Clues to look out for: if your inspector's report is pages long and full of items that won't hurt the value of the home, it's probably not a big deal. Sit down with your agent and go through the report to determine which, if any, issues could affect your offer. Number five, if that outlet behind the couch actually works. An inspector can only check what they can see without moving anything. This means that foundation could be cracked behind the wood paneling in the basement, or the electrical outlet behind the sofa might not be working. Some clues to look for: the inspector should note if they're unable to inspect something critical. Consult with your agent about what to do, such as asking the seller to take down the paneling or offering to pay to have it removed. Number six, whether they've inspected the roof closely. Some inspectors will climb up on the roof to look closely at shingles and gutters, but they're not required to. If it's raining or icy, or the roof is steep or more than 2 stories high, they can stay on the ground and report what they can see from there. Be on the look for things like they should note whether they walked the roof, but it's not clear. Ask if they haven't. Keep this in mind when evaluating their roof inspection report. They should still note any missing or damaged gutters or downspouts and the general condition of the roof based on what they can see from the ground. Number seven, what you should freak out about or not. It's an inspector's job to find things wrong with the house. Big things, little things, all the things. It's not their job to categorize them as NBD or OMG. A check mark next to a crumbling foundation will look the same as a check mark next to chipped paint. A few things you may find on an inspection report that aren't really a big deal are condensation in a basement or crawl space, early signs of wood rot on trim, cracks in bricks from the house settling, faux stone siding that's been improperly installed, and radon levels below 4 PCIL. These items, however, could trip your freak-out response if you're not prepared to address them. Standing water in a basement or crawl space, the HVAC system not working, outdated wiring, especially knob and tube wiring or aluminum wiring, wood rot, old plumbing pipes, and radon levels above 4 PCIL. Number 8. Who they'd recommend to fix it and how much will it cost? Your inspector may seem like the perfect source of insider info on repairing issues they see all the time, but the opposite is actually true. You don't want your inspector to make financial decisions based on their report. Think about it. If an inspector's buddy Steve gets a plumbing gig every time a certain issue turns up on a report, it gives that inspector some pretty big and not cool motivations to find that particular issue. Even giving you a price range for the repairs is off limits. It's not their area of expertise. It creates a conflict of interest. They could be endorsing Steve's great deal after all. And perhaps, most importantly, it's against the ethics rules. Some clues to look for. This is a good home ownership practice. Try to price out every item on your home inspection report, big and small. Do some research and call 3 contractors or check out 3 retailers for the service or part needed to resolve each issue. You've got this, future homeowner. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you liked it, be the cool guy or girl and give it a thumbs up. As always, if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section down below and I'll make sure I get back to you. Have a great rest of your day and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.